It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The success there. Side of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
12 yards that time in a Pittsburgh first. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. There's a nice move. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very... Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly trying to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
They go play action here. Purdy on the move to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
First down, Las Vegas.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Purdy off the play fake. Under pressure, they got him again. Quincy Roche providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Steelers at 10-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. Hopkins with a quick, and now off to the races, down the right side. After run, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 16.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
Elliott. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Play action, now Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and go a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. Nick moved them out of the way for the runner.
times. That's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This is Fant on the short completion. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Shoves him aside. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hopkins, the man in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Garoppolo. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 before. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was Jimmy Garoppolo, who really played well.